I survey students that are in the Simplest Biz pallet recycling training, right? After they're in. And I want to share some of the responses of students that are in the trenches so you know what to expect or what's going on that's different than you just viewing stuff that I have on my YouTube channel. So let's read a few. I survey them, and what you're going to see in just a second when I switch over are some of the responses, and we're going to kind of pick them apart so you can identify what you need to be looking for when you're doing your due diligence and deciding if this is for you. Good peek behind the curtain. Okay, so let's get to it. I'm going to switch the screen up a little bit, and we got several. I'll be scrolling up, so I'm trying to just put this one on here for now. The more videos I watched, the more it became clear that there is much more to this than being just a scavenger. Let me pause there for just a second. Many people in the pallet recycling business, quote unquote, do this as a scavenger. They're selling to pallet yards. They're dealing with one size pallet. The training is focused on giving you multitudes and multitudes of different revenue streams besides just the standard 4840 and not selling to pallet yards. So it's a big difference than what you'll normally see out there. That puts you in a box. We're here to break you out of that box and give you other options besides just that. So let's keep going. If a guy knows what he is doing, he can help serve suppliers and buyers and make a great living. I saw that a person can get as much out of this as they are willing to put into it, meaning the ceiling to this is very high because it doesn't take a long time to move a good amount of pallets, meaning you can do a delivery, pick up and delivery of 300 pallets before 10 o'clock in the morning and have them picked up and delivered and translate that into money for yourself, because as I always say, we are not trading time for money, we're trading units for money. Let me continue. I saw that a person, if I can listen and learn from you, maybe I can buy a farm and go home eventually. For me, I like the hustle. I am self-employed like my father. The biggest connection is the ability to make my own way. I may not have to return to driving a truck. I own it. And that's the goal, people, for this type of business or any type of business. As we go through some more of these other responses, compare the aspects of this business model compared to some other things, and we'll point those out and highlight those as well as we're going through some. So that's a good start as a response to give you a little bit of an idea of what's going on behind the scenes as students take this endeavor on, okay? We'll skip that one. The business model, specifically the opportunity to create good income quickly, the recurring nature of it, the unsexy aspect of the biz. There's a lot to be said for having a business model that's unsexy, under the radar, where millions of people aren't participating in it, where the bar that you're trying to reach in this particular model is not that high, meaning you do not have to dominate the planet. You don't have to have dozens of customers to make this work. I have some students that have one customer and make a great living because the amount of pallets that one customer is buying on a weekly basis. Again, the recurring nature of it. Recurring is important because in a lot of different business models, it's a continuing drudgery of trying to find the next person to buy the product. But when you have recurring revenue, meaning it's a built-in source weekly of a business buying from you, and then layering on top of that the other different revenue streams that we teach, that's where life becomes easier for you, and that translates into less stress for your life and more time freedom in your life because you have predictable income coming in. Okay? So compare that to what you're possibly currently looking at, and some people that trip on these videos are looking at numerous things, but that's important. A little bit, go down. The ability to work and provide solutions to local businesses, working locally, tactile, hands-on, working in your local area, not being stuck behind a computer is an important lifestyle for a lot of people out there that don't want to get into the tech game or have to be stuck behind a monitor like I'm doing right now, talking to you on the computer, while earning a great living and not having to break my back and spend 60 hours a week doing it. That translates again, we are not trading time for money, especially when we're aiming, our goal is to get our product for free and then sell it for great profit. Understood? I work with pallets every day, see numerous pallets in my personal truck all the time. So they were exposed to this before they even got into it and realized the hugeness of the niche. The idea of getting something for free and making money on it and the time freedom I can have. When you have a product out there that is a byproduct of businesses that don't know what to do with them, and you're dealing with a wide range in styles and sizes of pallets instead of being stuck in the 48-40 standard pallet game. Some of you folks know what that means and some of you don't. But when you break out of that box, like I was saying earlier, and have more options, you are not only helping that buyer in a better manner, but you also are helping that supplier in a better manner and getting exclusivity for those pallets. Okay, let's do a couple more. The simplicity of it. I see so many business opportunities out there. They make it sound simple, like there's a simple button, but if it has to do with the internet, there's nothing simple about it. You know, every tool that you open that goes on with an internet-based business, you have to learn and master, and you have to integrate it with other parts of the business. This is a streamlined business. We have pallets, crates, drums, dunnage, corrugated boxes, 55-gallon metal drums, businesses that no longer need them to businesses that do. And then we also layer on top of it passive income by brokering, okay? But it's a physical business. You're out in the field, you're actually doing it, or you're creating passive income flows from brokering pallets, large quantities where you don't even have to leave the house. So you have that balance of passive income and active income recurring on a weekly basis. That, yes, could you do that in an internet-based business? You could, but get ready to get your brain twisted in a knot. Get ready to spend hours upon hours in front of a computer screen. And I can tell you, since I have to, do videos and this type of stuff, there's 5 tools I'm going to have to use after this video just to even get it up there the right way. And then have to figure out all the best ways of doing it, right? So people actually see it. And I have to learn all this stuff on a continuous basis because it's always changing. That's the issue there is with internet-based businesses. To be honest, everything after due diligence. I think the genius of John's videos and the idea of the harder you work, the more you can make. Very important. I'm going to hammer this home because, again, the harder you work, the more you can make. Meaning the ceiling is almost unlimited because what you have to understand, not only can I be moving pallets from point A to point B in short time frames, that gives me a lot of other freed up time frames if I want to keep doing more, right? Maybe I want to expand it. I could have 3 guys out there doing pickups and deliveries for me and giving them a cut and expanding myself in that way. And then I could sell to those same customers all the other items I mentioned a few minutes ago. And then I could broker larger deals or even for custom built pallets for large orders on top of that. So do I need a ton of customers to make this work? No, I could do this with 1, 2, or 3 and layer the income potential on each one and turn 3 customers into a potential of 9 revenue streams or even more, recurring revenue streams. So let's do one more. What connected me with this is something I believe I can do, as well as based on my geographical location within the Tri-City, Waterloo, Cambridge. There is a large sector of manufacturing facilities as well as warehouses that are consistently shipping and receiving goods on pallets and other shipping materials. He is in a good position where he is, but the truth of the matter is, any town, city has this going on right under your nose, waiting for you to access. waiting for you to participate, waiting for you to learn how to do it the right way. There is more to this than I got pallets, you need pallets. There are tactics, strategies, and information to make this work the right way that we provide in this training. A lot of information for you to use. Are you going to use all of it? Maybe not. There are many different circumstances and many different scenarios that take place in this business model that you need to know about and know the best way to construct any given deal based on the knowledge that you've learned, okay? Whether it be a supplier or a buyer. All right, let's stop right there. I hope that gives you some insight. I hope that gives you some comparison to what maybe you're looking at possibly, because a lot of people looking at this are looking at other things as well. So weigh what you have in front of you, decide if it's for you. Heck, if it's not, no big deal. But for the people that are looking to make a change, remember, change nothing, nothing happens. But if you're looking to make a change, have some light at the end of the tunnel. Do your due diligence on this at least. That's all I'm asking. Because like the guy earlier stated, the more he watched, the more he understood the concept. You could dismiss this as easily as anything else out there, but the more you watch, the more you're going to understand that this can work for you in a way other things can't. And in addition, from this point forward, wherever you go, wherever you drive, whatever vacation you take, whenever you're driving down the road, you are going to start seeing this kind of stuff all around you, and it was there the whole time. Have a good one. John Wilker, thesimplestbiz.com. Hope to see you on a phone call. Look at the description for information on how to actually get more information, opt in for more information, and possibly if you want to have some questions and ask us, there's an appointment as well below in the description area of this video. And subscribe if you can. Thumbs up if you feel moved to. Appreciate it. Trying to get to 30,000 followers on this channel. Getting close. Help us out and get there. Have a good one. John Wilker out, thesimplestbiz.com.